Well, thanks to all who participated in our big contest, the top 10 lame excuses to end a marriage. We got a ton of responses, and it was hard to choose the top 10 entries, each of who was going to get a new book and will get a new book. But as a professional psychologist of 33 years, I was able to make the choices. So in this video, I'm going to share the 10 winning entries in the top 10 lame excuses to end a marriage contest. Now, before I do that, if you're enjoying these videos and they're making a difference in your life or the life of friends, family, coworkers, neighbors, then I ask you to tap the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell. We're trying to grow our audience, and it is growing. We want to save more and more marriages with God's help and these solid biblical principles. So without further ado, let me get to these top 10 winning entries in the Lame Excuses contest. Now, I'm going to give the excuse and then my snappy, edgy response. The responses are important. You can't just take these hits from a spouse who wants out for bogus reasons and they lay these stupid excuses on you because it wounds you and it hurts you and they get away with it. And it's a form of enabling, so you need to have a response. If you can't respond right at the time, even later is okay. And I've crafted these responses so you can zing them, maybe shake them up, and at least it empowers you, even if they don't change their mind. All right, here we go. The top 10 lame excuses winners. Number 1, because my husband is brain damaged and can't meet my needs, I can look for someone new. Really said with a straight face. My response to this is, and it can be your response if you hear this from your awful spouse, be sure to tell your someone new that if he gets brain damaged or just really sick and can't meet your precious needs, you'll dump him too. Okay, number 2. This is a classic. This is referencing God of all things. God didn't answer my prayer to fall back in love with you. Wow. My response is this. What a relief to know that it's not your fault, it's God's fault. How dare you blame God for your sinful choice? Boom. Bada boom. Number 3. This is a good one. Marriage shouldn't be hard. Here's my response to that. Could be your response. You know what? You're right. Everything in life should be easy. You bonehead. When are you going to learn that everything in life that's important and valuable is hard and takes ongoing effort and faith in God? That can be your response to that loser excuse. Number 4. You don't deserve someone as great as me. I have a feeling this may be a narcissist, just a wild guess. Here's your response to this. Let me get this straight. A spineless, selfish quitter is someone great? You are as far from great as I can possibly imagine. Again, these demand a response. Stupidity demands a response. Number 5. I finally figured out my problem has been you. This is the person who wants out of the marriage. The response to this could be, hey, I'm glad you figured it out. Actually, try again. Look in the mirror. That's where you'll find your problem. Number 6. Here's a good one. They're all good. I want you to be happy. It isn't about my happiness. I want you to be happy, the person says. Here's the response to this. You couldn't care less about me. This is about your happiness, not mine. You actually think divorce will make you happy? Good luck with that. Because they could care less about your happiness, obviously. Number 7. This is the classic American excuse. I just need to be me, and I can't be me when I'm married to you. Here's the response to that. So sorry for holding you back from being a sinful, selfish person. How about being the me that God wants you to be? And then you walk away. When you deliver these responses, just cut them off and walk away. Or it could be email, text response. Number 8. Here's one that I really loved. Said with a straight face, you don't wear your hair fluffy enough. I mean, this is a reason for divorce. Oh my goodness, here's the response here. Oh man, if I'd only known that fluffy hair was the key to a happy marriage. No one told me. I hope you can find a woman whose hair meets your fluffy requirements. I mean, come on. You actually don't want to be married to an idiot like that. Oh my goodness. Number 9. Here's a good one, and people say this and they mean it. They're so messed up and stupid. I have outgrown you. The response here could be, I know. I had no chance to keep up with your growing brilliance and maturity. You might have to leave this planet because no one can be at your level of awesomeness. And then just cut them off. Finally, number 10. Again, this is a reference to God, which is particularly loathsome, and God's going to make them pay for it. God is a God of justice. He takes his time sometimes, or it seems that way. He'll make justice happen. God told me to step aside so that you can grow. Here's the response. I've got some bad news for you. That was Satan talking to you, not God. If you want to hear what God says to you about our marriage, read Ephesians 5. And by the way, I will grow and have a great life without you. Okay, those are the top 10. Thanks so much for those. Those are your winners. And by the way, little teaser here, I'm going to do an entire podcast in a few weeks covering the 22 honorable mentions in the contest. We had a ton of responses. I won't tell you how many, but it was a lot. Had to weed through them all. But we have 22 that I thought were also excellent, right in the running. And so I'll be doing a podcast on those and, of course, my snappy, edgy responses to those. If you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I hope you do, if you want to subscribe to my podcast, go to my website, davideclarkephd.com. That's Clarke with an E, and you can subscribe and then continue to get these excellent videos and podcasts.